Ohio State, Michigan is the rivalry of college football. That's the college football Saturday that everybody is watching that game.
You know, we love to play the team up north. Best rivals in college football, so that's one of the games I always look forward to at the end of the year.
Since I was just a young kid, that was the Saturday of the year. You know, you weren't doing anything other than watching that game. The whole house was shut down, huddled around this TV, packed wall to wall. If you win, you have a great day, week, year. If you lose, it's rough.
All them games lead up to the best game on the schedule, so especially when you take that bus ride, you know you gotta go up there and win. Because it's gonna be the same bus ride going back. It takes about 3 hours, but it feels like it take about 10.
It's just the rivalry in general that gets me hyped up for the game, being on the big stage, and you know people are watching in, you know people are tuning in, you know this is one of the most historical, rivalries. And actually between Ohio State and Michigan, there's a lot of respect, but it is personal. You want to win that game.
The most typical Michigan fan, man, they just tweeting you all week, talking stuff, talking trash, but of course, you can't tweet nothing back, too crazy. But like when you come out the tunnel, at least, you might feel something wet, somebody might spit on you.
Typical Ohio State fan, like a little buck nut. I don't know. They hate us. They're talking trash in the stadium. Really, I don't like them either. So the feeling's mutual.
Obnoxious.
Right there, obnoxious. Right here. You see her shirt?
Playing in Columbus, their stadium's 15, 20 minutes from my house. I'm right in my backyard. Since I committed at Michigan, I'm now the enemy. It was my sophomore year. I knew we had a red zone play in where I was the #1 receiver and I was supposed to get the ball. I went up, I bluffed the safety, came right down the seam. DG threw me a ball and I caught it in the end zone. And I knew I just went up to the crowd and I just shushed them. And I was like, I'd been picturing that moment since, I committed to Michigan.
So one of the traditions is I can't wear blue through the facility. I wear blue all the time. They used to get mad at me all the time because I used to wear blue. I'm like, man, it's one of my favorite colors. I still got to rock it. Hey, I can rock it through the Woody.
It's Michigan against Ohio that week. It's you're either with us or against us. For that week, you throw it out the door, and Coach Hoke whispered, because they never offered me, and he's like, hey, they didn't want you that, right? And I got pissed. It just pissed me off. I was going 110 miles an hour that whole entire week.
Right when you step in the building, it's going to be somebody's jersey with an X right in the middle of their jersey. So that means when you're walking in, you're stepping on their jersey, right on the X.
So my prediction for the game this year, of course, got to go with the home team, the Michigan boys, the boys in blue. I'm going to say we're going to come out on top 21-10.
21, maybe like 17. It's always a low-scoring game.
You got to be ready for the big stage. You got to make plays on the big stage. That's how you win that game. Both teams are going to be star-studded. We're going to have great players. You've got two great coaches that are going to have teams prepared. It's going to come down to execution. And who's not afraid of the big stage, who's ready for that moment.